Welcome back. Your business news now. We're on over to Mike Eppel. He's hanging out right here. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Markets, they are on the move, Mike.
Yes, they are. This morning, getting a lift out of some news that came out overnight from China, where the government is lifting some of the travel restrictions for inbound passengers to the country. Now, when I say they're easing up, they're going from a 3-week quarantine period to 10 days. So still fairly strict because China's had this COVID zero policy for months now. It is, though, interestingly enough, Melanie, seeing a market reaction because I'm watching travel and tourism stocks related to the casino industry, the hotels, some of the airlines starting to move, and some significant gains this morning, anywhere from 10 to 15%, which is to some extent somewhat surprising. Nevertheless, it could, again, help the global economy. That's one of the factors here, and we watch it ripple through. And the outlook for Wall Street right now is a 200-point gain on the Dow. Now, yesterday we saw kind of a mediocre start to the week. Remember last week we saw some big gains late in the week, kind of fizzled out yesterday, although Bay Street's doing better. So it's kind of all over the place right now. We're in a quiet period for economic signals. We're not really into the full slate of earnings yet. We've got some holidays coming up. Oh, it's the summertime. That might have something to do with it.
That might be it, Mike. So all big companies, and little, dealing with supply chain issues. Nike not immune to that.
No, they're not. And they talked about it in their earnings with, the supply chain metrics for Nike, which is a multinational company. They're dealing with the same forces that everybody else is right now, having trouble sourcing product. Shipping delays has been another issue as well. And also China. Look, it's been effectively, slowed. Now it's starting to reopen a little bit. Nike's exiting Russia, for example, as well. So all this still made $1.4 billion, for goodness sakes. They're fine.
Yeah, they'll be okay.
They're fine, and they raised their stock buyback. So why the stock is down 2.5%? I mean, sometimes it's forward guidance and a bunch of other things. But Nike kind of just did it, I guess, in the latest quarter.
There you have it. It's kinda. Yeah, they have to put a little asterisk there. Right. Looking at the federal government and implementing emission standards and their targets, where is all of that sitting right now?
They're actually slowing the pace of tighter restrictions on gasoline and diesel emissions for the energy companies. Leaked document a document obtained by the Canadian press that was supposed to be officially released on July 6th. I don't know if there's a reason July 6th was the date, maybe concurrent with another federal government announcement on the energy sector. I'm again, not sure about that. But bottom line is they're giving the energy companies more time to adjust to the new fuel standards because right now they don't want to do anything about supply. That's the big issue for the energy market right now. So it looks like the feds are kind of easing back on the throttle on that. But flip side, the Environment Minister Stephen Guilbeault says by 2030 they got to have actually tighter restrictions because the energy companies are making so much money they can't actually afford to bring down emission rates from the gas and oil industry, but they're going to give it a little bit of wiggle room in the short term. And that's something that a lot of the market players and watchers have been talking about just to ease up some of the supply-demand metrics.
Finally, for you, Mike, the price for oil, where is it sitting and what is impacting it right now? There are a number of factors. We
go back to the beginning, to China. As it reopens ostensibly, we're talking about the demand from China and the energy trade lifting the price for oil this morning, Melanie, to $111 a barrel. So it's getting more expensive. And there was an interesting hot mic moment at the G7 summit where French President Emmanuel Macron was overheard saying, Saudi Arabia, they don't have any extra supply right now to give the energy market. Remember, we got U.S. President Joe Biden said to travel to Saudi Arabia to try to get more production out of the OPEC cartel. There might not be any more room to give. And that is a big problem going forward if, in fact, we're looking to boost global supplies of oil to ease up on the energy strain. So do not be surprised, Melanie, if later this week we start to see the price of pumps start to go up again.
Oh, boy, just what we need in time for the long weekend. Thanks, Mike.
Thanks.
Have a good day. We'll talk to you soon.
You too.